Hey everybody, welcome to yet another review from your old pal Rob. A game I've been working on secretly, working and trying to chip away at expansions when I can't sleep at night, and I'm always thinking about this wonderful community in this channel here. Cheap plug, I know. But I've been working on Shadows of Brimstone, trying to get everything done so I can do a big, epic game. Well, I figured I'd talk about one of the projects I've started working on and reading up on and getting ready to paint. And that's Shadow of Brimstone's Flesh Stalkers and Flesh Drones expansion pack. Is it worth it? Well, let's talk about it, okay? First of all, you're adding more figures, which is never a bad thing. The problem is, I've been really happy with some of the recent packs that have come out, and the rules and everything has been really, really good with it. This one here comes with a couple more missions, which, you know, how much bigger can this game get? I mean, this game is just, jeez. You just never look a gift horse in the mouth, and let me tell you something, this is a game that just keeps on giving. There's so much great stuff to it. The problem I have with this, and as little of a problem is the miniatures, because once again, they're a little slow, and it's almost like we took a step backwards. Like putting this guy together, yeah, he's only one piece, and let's take a look at another one that I pulled out here on this sprue here. As you can see here, you're going to separate this guy here and glue this arm. But the way the arm goes on, you've got to sit there and hold it for a bit to make sure that it's solid, and that could be time consuming. This other weapon here goes on to these two arm joints, and it doesn't really work all the time. It's not a smooth fit in, so you can really screw it up if you just don't hold it right, and that slows you down and kind of boggles you. Now let's be fair, there's not a ton of creatures in here. The boss is pretty, he could be a little fiddly here, because here he is, and there's, you know, quite a few pieces here. You got his robe, and then you got to put his arms on, and his legs, and his hands. You decide which hand that you want. And for me, I'm never a fan of putting different hands on, but I can see why, because he can carry different things on him. Now, this introduces a couple things, and when I took out these cards, they were a little stuck together, but that's okay. It introduces the tools of terror. So a couple new rules here: stun markers and bleeding markers, and Flesh Stalker confrontation card, which is always important. Of course, you get a ton of cards, which is always so great with this game. I mean, I just can't imagine trying to put plastic protectors on all of them. I think it'd just be mind-boggling if I did. They have fiendish goals, which is a new thing. We have derelict ship artifacts, which this fits right in with no problem. Encounter cards, the high lows, and other world threat cards. The threat deck, which you have some really cool things, and of course, you get some more tokens. Can you imagine trying to fit this game all in one box? The big cards, which are just, I just love this part of the game, because it's just so easy to put things out and just have everything there for you, and you're just rolling dice like a fool. But Flesh Stalker, as you can see, the brutal side, and this is the non-brutal side, and we got the brutal side here, and the brutal side there, and the non-brutal side there. Great expansion pack. The detail, I think, could be a little bit better on these guys, but I really can't complain. It's a far cry from the poor miniatures. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. Another great expansion. Miniatures could be a little bit better, but it's such a minor complaint. I think you'll be very happy with this expansion pack. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob, and I will see you guys soon.